Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Knights TV. I'm Grimard, joined alongside Leeanne Whitehouse. And Leeanne, 5 games in total over these past couple weeks, and a lot of other news and information crammed in there as well, so let's get right into it.
Absolutely. Before we talk about the games, we have to talk about the big trades. The London Knights acquired forward Jason Wilms from the Colts, and also veteran defenseman Marcus Phillips from the Guelph Storm, who's actually a draft pick for the LA Kings.
Yeah, so super awesome to see the Knights obviously acquire and grab a couple players before the deadline hit. And speaking of the Barrie Colts, the Knights just happened to be hosting them last Friday night and came on top with a big 5-2 victory. This was also the first game that they had forwards Connor McMichael and Liam Foudy, as well as the coaching staff back in the fold. And you can show it paid big dividends as the Knights fired 51 shots on net. But it was Ryan Merkley on the back end who really contributed. He had 2 goals and an assist. I had an opportunity to speak with Liam Foudy after the game, talking about his first game back in London.
Yeah, it was a little bit different because trades happened while we were gone, and then luckily enough got to say bye to 2 of my best buddies there with Timmer and Nelly. But we got a new group here, and it's going to be a lot of fun gelling together and trying to make a run here.
Yeah, you know what? Really nice to see Liam Foudy back in a London Knights uniform, though. We're very proud of what he did over at the World Junior Hockey Championships, along with Connor McMichael and the coaching staff. And you know what? It was a very strange scene at Budweiser Gardens on Friday because we saw Josh Nelson not in a Knights uniform. He played 3+ seasons for the London Knights, over 200 games. There was a video montage of him. He got a standing ovation, a really amazing moment.
Which is just so cool to see the entire support from all of the London Knights fans cheering him on as he hit the ice. And then the Knights then hit the road, taking on the Saginaw Spirit. Unfortunately, the Spirit snapped their 5-game win streak with a 6-5 loss, but Connor McMichael didn't miss a beat, hasn't missed a beat since he's been back from the World Juniors. He scored his 4th hat trick during the game.
Well, it didn't take long for the London Knights to get back into the win column on the road against the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, coming up with a big 7-1 victory and a lot of points for a lot of players in this one. Alec Regula had a goal and 2 assists. Luke Evangelista had a goal and 3 assists. And Connor McMichael submitted his case for goal of the year.
And that was Skinner that let that one go. Again, the Knights going right now. Goal shot! Scores! What a goal by McMichael! How sick was that?
That is, as the kids say nowadays, that's disgustingly sick.
What a goal by McMichael.
And also contributing to the 7-1 victory was Jared Keane on the back end, pick up his first 2 goals of the season. Now, before we get to Friday's game versus the Sudbury Wolves, forwards Luke Evangelista and Antonio Stranges were in Hamilton for the CHL's top prospects game. Both are playing on the same team. They happen to be playing on the same line as well. They both look fabulous on the ice, each picking up a point. We actually had a chance to talk to Antonio Stranges on Friday to discuss the game.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, probably the most fun 3 days I've had in a while. So it was really good, put a name with a face with all the top prospects of our age group. And, it was a blast. It was, all elite players. So it was a really good game and it was really fun.
The Knights then returned home to take on the Sudbury Wolves in what was a very memorable game. Before the game started, we of course raised Patrick Kane's jersey number 88 up into the rafters. Friends and family were in attendance to celebrate his 145-point season with the Knights. And of course, the Knights made sure that Patrick Kane had a great time while he was there, winning 4-1 against the Wolves. Guskov scoring 2 goals, including the game winner, and we had the chance to chat with him after the game about his performance and Patrick Kane, his favorite player.
Thanks to my partners. They worked really good at the breakouts, and Bill just flipped it away for me, and I was with the speed, catch that and score, and it was pretty good work for my line. Yeah, I know that was pretty cool for sure, and he was my favorite player when I was growing up, and I always watch his games, and when I got drafted here, and I knew that he played here, he was growing up here, and it was pretty cool for me. And this year when they got his number retirement and I saw him in the locker room, it was pretty cool.
And the London Knights capped off the weekend, continuing their winning ways with a big 6-2 victory over the rival Erie Otters. It was a great game all around. Of course, Connor McMichael picking up his 5th hat trick of the season. He had the sombrero on afterwards too, talking to him. He was a lot of fun. Strong game from Brett Brochu, netting me 29 saves, looked great all game, but we've got to give it up for Max McHugh scoring his very first career goal in the Ontario Hockey League. He was fired up. It was the 6th goal of the game, but it was an absolute beauty. We had a chance to talk to him, and he was fired up afterwards.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting for sure. Tony gave me a nice pass on a 2-on-1, and I slid it home, so it was a pretty cool moment.
The Knights have been firing on all cylinders, winning 8 of their last 9 games, which is just incredible. And they will keep things rolling with a game in Windsor on Thursday, returning back home on Friday, taking on the Hamilton Bulldogs, with a date against the Guelph Storm on the Sunday.
Yeah, and you know what? That's going to be a lot of fun. That game is going to be superhero night. The Knights are going to be decked out in their custom jersey. It is going to be fantastic. And moving on to the following weekend, they're going to be taking on the Windsor Spitfires again, this time at home, before a date in Sarnia against the Sting on Saturday. For Knights TV, I'm Kyle Grimard.
And I'm Leeanne Whitehouse.